What the hell? That thing has other settings?
Oh, wow.
What is it?
Is it Bluetooth connected?
He's connected to his...
Can I buy ads for that?
Yeah.
It's tight.
Is there anything else we could pay you to put on there?
Oh my god.
Look at this shit.
What the fuck? That's flappy.
Can you put anything on it? Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, I can do whatever.
Can you put the Kinjas
That's
on
how I
it?
did the Woo logo. I could do Kinjas if I wanted to kill myself after.
Well, I mean, speaking of cool and trendy streetwear,
Oh my god.
And everybody knows I hate Kinjas, so we're gonna leave it in. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
No, that's my.
that's something you...
No, that's my least favorite dance crew. I fucking hate the Kinjas. So
Kinjas are
Familiar with the Kinjas?
No.
You don't know who Kinjas is?
good.
Oh, that's
Keep
good.
it
Yeah,
that
no,
way.
Yeah, you're fine.
Keep it that way.
It's a dance group?
Yeah.
They try to be.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a real blind spot, just like with the royal family, but with the dance community.
Think about think of it like a bunch of dancers, but they're a bunch of posers. You know?
Well, you must have heard of Jabberwockies.
Yeah, that's the only one I
Oh,
know.
they're huge. Yeah.
And that's the only one that you should know.
Is it? Yeah. Like that's all I need to know.
much, pretty
That's all I need.
Household name for a reason.
Do we need a lot more dance crews
Nah,
beyond
just
that?
that's it.
That's we're okay with that. Hey, look at that. Are you in the? Excuse me. Are you in the Jabberwocky? You look so familiar. Yeah.
People ask us, as collectively as a group, we're all walking into a hotel, and somebody asked, we're like, are you guys the Jabberwocky?
And afterwards, she followed up with, "Is that a racist question?"
Yeah. And we're like, no, but yes.
Yeah, and I was like, "Not at all," because we are kind of a
Harry, you
dance
guys are a
group.
very successful dance crew.
Yeah.
It's like- I don't know. It's a little racist.
It's a little racist.
Thanks for that, Anthony. You're welcome. So, streetwear, in the streetwear, you're familiar with streetwear, obviously.
Obviously, look at his hat.
A little bit.
Familiar.
Hype beast, hype beast.
Just a tiny little bit. Yeah.
I know.
So there's a bunch of really interesting reactions right now because KITH unveiled their fall 2022 collection. And
With Jerry Seinfeld.
The star of
Yeah.
the shoot is Jerry Seinfeld.
Wow.
What do you guys think?
He looks pretty cool.
Huh? Yeah?
Very cool.
Wait, he actually is down for this?
That's what I was really surprised because
And the pictures came out pretty sick.
yeah, it looks dope, but he's like notorious for like not wanting to do a whole lot. Right?
Yes,
Like, he's
that's
just like,
true.
how do you get him to do that?
I've only heard really bad stories about him as an individual. Like I've heard like terrible stories. Yeah, from people that I really trust.
No way, like what have you heard?
Well, I've heard he's a dick.
He's a jerk.
I've heard that too.
But also, of course he is.
Yeah, well,
right?
Yeah. That's to brand.
Think of him as like a charitable, generous human being.
Did you watch the documentary of him?
No.
The one where he did in the it was like in the 90s, but it was like about, you know, the rise of this one stand-up guy, and like Jerry Seinfeld's in the documentary, and he's being told dick to the guy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember this. Was it his doc or was it someone else's?
He's
It
just
was his
in it?
doc.
It might have been his doc, I think. Yeah, but it had this other guy in it.
It was called something like The Comedian.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and it was about someone trying to make it in this stand-up scene, and he's just like a bully the entire time.
Him bullying people?
Also, yeah, and also for whatever reason, he continues to evade this, but he dated a 17-year-old for a very long time.
Oh, really?
He was like 38,
yeah,
right?
yeah. He was 38, and she was 17, and then
1738, dude.
1738.
Yeah, he wasn't. This was like at the peak of his career, and everyone's like, she's 17, but at that time, you know, it was the 90s.
I think he was in international waters, which is totally fine.
He was on a boat most of the time.
Yeah.
Epstein Island.
I love the campaign. I'm actually most impressed that the photographer is this guy, Mark Soldier. He's iconic 90s photographer. He shot a lot of famous Jerry photos. And the fact that they got Mark for this, I think, is like that's what impressed me the most, because Ronnie does a lot of really cool campaigns like this, and the clothes are fine. They look actually very similar to Amelie Ondor, which is like running adjacent to KITH right now. The clothes are fine. Like everything about it's cool, but the photography I thought was like the most important part.
They're my neighbor at the Royal Hawaiian. The KITH
Kid store?
Oh yeah,
I like their ice cream.
they're your neighbor.
We're like kind of cool, you know?
I have been surprised by how far this has gone. It's ended up everywhere, and it made a lot of people excited.
What exactly is it, though?
It's why is it?
No, what exactly is it?
KITH is a clothing brand.
KITH is a streetwear
dare
brand.
you.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Wait, but did it
I'm new
start
to this.
because of Mike Tyson saying kiss? Is that what it is?
No. It's a playoff of it's kin and kith means like it's like family.
Because I saw
Him holding the doves
Yeah.
and making them kiss.
now KITH. And I saw Mike Tyson on a T-shirt and it says KITH.
That's really good.
That's why I thought that's where it came from. Like it was a troll brand,
That's really
but it's
good.
not. Well, this is how much I know about streetwear. You know what I mean?
Free
Like,
alternate publicity for them, I
Free
guess.
alternate.
they should come out with a Mike Tyson collab, and
We're
everything
fans.
is kithing.
We're fans.
We're gonna KITH.
So what are the origins of KITH?
Ronnie.
Now it sounds like you're saying
is-
it's his.
Ronnie has been involved in the business for a really long time. His family's also been like deeply entrenched with like the David Z stores, and he was doing different mock-ups of Asics and like Saucony collabs for the shoe store. And got a lot of notoriety for that, and then started his own thing, and it's massive. He's one of the hardest working people in the business.
Wow.
He's notorious for just like how serious and intense he is about the work, and they just do a really good job. You know, I think it's more prevalent. I think the impact is deeper on the East Coast. It's more of like an East Coast brand, but they are. I mean, this is proving that they have like a lot of global worth now, because that campaign ended up everywhere, and it's cool to see. But I'm also like, what was it about this campaign in particular? Because a lot of streetwear brands do this. Someone was just like, oh, they should have gotten Larry David. Like Larry David.
I like Larry
got
David.
this, I think, for Mad Happy recently. And so and KITH does these I think they had, who else have they had? You know, you'll see a lot of like these famous actors do these campaigns, and they make news in this world, but for whatever reason, this one is the one that transcended, went above ground.
But putting Larry David in it's a little different, because that's like putting a wrinkly old towel in like a cape and.
I love Larry David.
I love Larry David, but
I'd rather
like,
have him.
He's still cool, dude.
yeah,
He still dresses cool.
when you dress like that when you're a certain age, it looks fucking nuts, bro. It looks nuts.
That's why it's cool.
I feel like David Letterman could pull it off.
Oh yeah, now he can.
Yeah, because he's kind of this cool look.
He's very. You would always like unbutton the one button whenever he'd stand up. That was like his shtick on his show. I don't know if I'm so old.
Is the theme 90s? Is that why? Is there
No, not at all.
collection 90? Oh, okay.
No, they just like playing with a lot of historic New York figures or New York brand. I think Jerry's like a very New York character.
Yeah.
See, I would have put Leonardo on there from the Ninja Turtles as a big.
I like that you said that instead of
Say it on camera, dude.
But Raphael's the one with the New York accent.
That's true. Yeah, the rest of the guys are California.
Yeah, they're Californian by
Why
accent.
is it? Yeah.
No,
How did that happen?
I have no idea.
I recently also saw Jerry Seinfeld on the cover of a Superman comic book. He was actually on the cover with Superman.
Was he dating a 17-year-old in the comic?
You know what I mean? Well, it was a drawn picture, so she's not actually 17.
Oh, you're right. My bad. My bad. I overstepped.
That's kind of cool.
She's ageless.
No, he was sitting in the Batmobile with Superman, and then Batman was in the back. And it was like comedians in cars, but like he was with Superman, yeah.
And that makes it canon to the Batman universe?
I don't fucking know. I think it was just a cover, but
Oh.
Because it's off his show.
I thought it was kind of like Archie meets Punisher kind of thing.
oh, that'd be fun. No, but yeah, his show
That was real.
In Seinfeld, he had Superman like apparently in every in his apartment there was a Superman something all at all.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm just so amazed. Like, I wish I could find out what they told him in the pitch to get him to do it.
I'm assuming, I don't know this for sure, just I think he's a fan. So Mark, the photographer, Mark Soliger, he wrote this whole copy about how Mark was a fan. Like he said a few years ago, I walked into the store and I was really obsessed with it, and then they asked me to shoot this campaign. He's like, I was happy to do it because I don't, just to pay these guys, we were talking about this the other day, like what would you have to pay? I think you would have to pay millions to have.
For a photo shoot?
For a photo shoot. I would believe. I mean, just to get most celebrities in a shoot, it's like hundreds of thousands.
What was the most expensive you've paid for a photo shoot?
I try not to.
Oh, really? People just give you free stuff?
No, it's just more, because we don't like doing a lot of celebrity stuff. It's more just
I'll still work with you though.
every person brand. So yeah, it's
Yeah, and I'll give you a free. Yeah.
this brings it full circle of like I'll model for you for free.
Yeah, I got you, dude.
Free.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Do you think that to get Seinfeld, it's kind of like Shark Tank, where they're like, I'll take the royalty deal, and I'll give you 10 cents. You give me 10 cents.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you gotta do
I'm sure his lawyer and manager did something like that. You know, like
Got to be something like that.
because yeah, that thing went far.
That's tight.
Crazy.
Would you ever want to be on Shark Tank as a
As a
Shark?
judge,
As a shark,
as a shark. I think so. I don't know.
Why don't you pitch to them?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be so funny if you pitch one of your successful businesses that they don't even know about, and then see if they'll take it.
They're like, that's gonna fail.
And then at the end, you're like, bitch, I'm fucking successful with this shit.
You know, the deal with that show, I think they eventually had to curb it, was people were just using it for marketing.
Yeah.
Like they never had the
And it worked.
intention,
It worked
right?
great.
They might never.
As seen on Shark Tank.
Because you can get like a better deal after the show.
Exactly.
After the,
Well, you know you're gonna lose all your product being on Shark Tank. Like, if you have a warehouse full of stuff, it's gone after Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Even if it sucks.
especially if it sucks.
right.
Like any ad seen on TV thing, it just fucking goes.
There's a whole store of as seen on TV.
Yeah,
They should do an scene on Shark Tank. That's the store they need.
wow.
they should.
Go on Shark Tank
That
and
was
pitch that.
yeah, that's the pitch right there. Ad scene on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This right here
Yeah.
in a store.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's probably one of the greatest shows ever made.
I love it.
It's great.
So great.
Have you seen so there's a Japanese version that they license called the Dragon's Den, and they're fucking
Oh, that's the
brutal.
Japanese
That's
version?
the
Yeah, but it's
Japanese
too
one.
long.
I always thought it was just another one.
Have you tried to watch it? It's too long, bro.
But the shit that they say is crazier. So you better fucking get your money back, like.
Aren't there people from...
And they're begging for it. They're like begging for the money. They're like, please.
They also
I
have
need
a
money.
they have a UK Dragon's Den too. It was also boring as shit. Plus, I couldn't understand anything they're fucking saying because they're all British people.
I like how the
you couldn't
Japanese
understand.
one was fine, but then the British one, you're like, what language is
Subtitles. Yeah.
English.
I don't know. Yeah.
What's the exchange rate?